Alright, thanks, and welcome to Let's Play Star Wars Rogue Squadron Part 9, the final part of this Let's Play. This time we're on Thyferra, and what we have to do, same as we've been doing since the very beginning, just destroy all the enemy targets. And this is where Moff Seerdon apparently is showing his wrath against the galaxy. He's really pissed at the galaxy. He wants to destroy the galaxy all he could. So we have to go in and stop him. So we have to destroy all of his fighters and destroy all his places. We have to protect our Bacta supply again, like what we've always been doing before. And he has those ATSTs, and pretty much every Star Wars thing, every Empire thing you could think of is here right now. And there's also an upgrade hidden somewhere, so we'll find that by destroying his stuff, destroying his place. So now, we pretty much have to be, overly destructive, like what you are a lot of time in this game. So it's not really anything different. This place also has a strong resemblance to Burkesh, a place we saw in the second mission of the game, the first video of this LP. Because, we like to reuse, environments, things like that over and over again, because it's less work. You know how lazy those Factor 5 people can be sometimes. So this level's very easy with the Naboo Starfighter, but it's more of a challenge with the X-Wing, as you could probably guess. So that I'd use the X-Wing, because I'm more skilled at this game. I'm pretty much a master at this game. Yeah, I never unlocked Ace Mode. Not even sure it's possible to unlock Ace Mode without the cheat code. I should do that sometime. Try playing this game in Ace Mode. Just give me an excuse to make more videos of this game. So we have to protect our stuff and destroy theirs. And you see there's the ATSTs are destroying civilians, or they're downright blowing up civilians. That's how ruthless Moff Seerdon is. And there's the upgrade that we need. We really need to teach this Moff Seerdon a lesson. We need to, show him who's boss, show him the rebels mean business, which is exactly what we're doing here by destroying off most of his people. It's all on this one obscure planet that we'll never see in anything else. Thyferra. We never actually see Thyferra in the movies at all. I'm not even sure if it even appears in comics or books. It probably did appear in some book somewhere. There's hundreds of books in Star Wars. Expanded universe. Star Wars has always been encouraging kids to read, and I guess it's done so myself too. I actually later today plan on starting to read this novel, Star Wars Shatterpoint. I think it'll be a pretty good book. There's a lot of great Star Wars books out there. I recommend reading a lot of them. Some of them are actually better than the movies. They actually get into very deep detail on the movies, and they're all written by other people. People know Star Wars better than George Lucas, because we all know that everyone knows Star Wars better than George Lucas. Heck, George Lucas doesn't even care about Star Wars that much. He just makes some movies so he could sell toys and merchandise, and it could make him billions and billions and more dollars, which could better be spent on, hungry children, help feed hungry children. But that's not what he's bent on. He's just bent on keeping all the money for himself. He just likes money. Why do you think he sold Star Wars to Disney for several $billion? He did it all because of money, not because it was the right thing to do. Some people think he should buy Star Wars back from Disney so George Lucas could make, his own Star Wars films again, which might be better than Disney's Star Wars films. I think George Lucas is mostly forgiven now for the crappy prequel trilogy he gave us, and for the alterations he made to the original Star Wars trilogy. I think people have forgiven him by now. I actually have the original Star Wars trilogy, the theatrical versions on DVD. I also have the 1997 versions on VHS. I still have those tapes from way a long time ago, back in the day when I used to watch those a lot. I used to watch a Star Wars movie every night, and back in those days, there were only 4 Star Wars movies back then. There was just Episode 1 and the original trilogy. So every night I'd watch one of those 4 movies. That's how I know them so well. If I watched them anymore, I could have the whole scripts engraved into my brain so I can memorize them in my sleep at nighttime. I actually have done those scripts before. I've actually memorized the entire Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode Far Beyond the Stars. I can recite that entire script in my sleep. And I heard of someone else that could recite the whole Shrek script in his sleep too, for people who watch Shrek every day. I actually heard of some kid that somewhere that actually watched Shrek every day. How could he do that? I don't know, you can. Oh, it's Moff Seerdon. It's the final boss, folks. This is not the last level of the game, but this is the last boss of the game, the final boss. Moff Seerdon. There he is in his ship, in his old comfortable ship. That probably costs people lots of dough, but he doesn't care because he could just treat his people like slaves. So we're gonna go and show him what it means to be, a slave, because that's kind of what we are to the Empire. And there, the final boss is dead. Moff Seerdon is dead, just like that. He blew up.
Squadron, the Imperials won't get Thyferra now. Hey, where are you? Down on the ground, still waiting for someone to pick me up. I'm on my way, Captain.
This is also the second last level of the game. And we're gonna see the last level now, the final part of this game, the last level of this game. I will make a separate video for the, I'll make a separate video for the bonus missions. And look at that, look at what we're flying in. We're flying in the 1969 Buick. Oh, and look, another chapter, another opening prologue scene. Let's read what it says this time around. Let's see what the story is in this part. Chapter 4, Dark Empire. Ooh, it's a Dark Empire. 6 years after the Battle of Endor, the fight for freedom continues. Even without the thousands of Jedi Knights who form the backbone of the Old Republic, the Rebel Alliance has managed to control 3/4 of the galaxy. Darth Vader is dead, but a reborn empire under a mysterious new leader strikes back at the struggling Rebel Alliance, hoping to crush the fledgling New Republic. Massive world devastators, more powerful and unstoppable than the Death Star, ravaged entire planets. Rogue Squadron, which is now under command by Wedge Antilles, persists in mounting daring missions throughout the galaxy. Who is this dark leader, you may ask? Well, let me tell you what's actually going on here, because that text is just a load of bull. Let me tell you what's actually going on here. This dark lord it spoke of, he's really Tammy Newborn, and we know he has a strong grudge against, the people on Mon Calamari, because the people on Mon Calamari said that 4Kids dubs suck. So he's going to launch an all-out attack on Mon Calamari using those world devastators that could completely destroy their world. It's like a bunch of tiny little Death Stars enclosed in boxes that can turn beautiful worlds into apocalyptic wastelands. So now we're going to send a fleet of 1969 Buicks to go that can fly like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And yeah, it's pretty much a descendant of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. An army of descendants of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang are going to fly and take on Tammy Newborn. This is the best video game ending ever. This is the best way. All video games should end like this, where we have to go fight Tammy Newborn in a big major venue like this. Look at that. They keep destroying us off. They keep shooting us, and they're also using these new weird, bizarre, advanced TIE fighters. And Wedge is commanding this battle. It's the only level in the game where we play as Wedge in. All the other levels we just play as Luke, but this time we're Wedge. It's Wedge time. So now we have to fly our, 69 Buicks. Here's the real thing. To get the Buick in this game, because the Buick you can actually unlock it using a cheat code in the N64 version. Officially, the Buick is not in the PC version, which is the version I'm playing, but you actually could use an external, there actually is some sort of mod that someone made for the PC version, so you could play as, Wedge, and fly the, well, you could always play as Wedge in the real game, but this time you could fly the 69 Buick, and you could only fly in levels that use the V-Wing, which I don't think I'm not sure how many levels this game uses the V-Wing or not. This level does, but who cares about the V-Wing? The V-Wing sucks. The Chitty Chitty Bang Bang's a lot better. Bang Bang Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Little known fact, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was actually made by Ian Fleming, the same guy that made the Bond movies. And so there we shoot our homing concussion missiles. It's not concussions, they're called cluster missiles, sorry. We use our homing concussion missiles, and we destroy and shoot them all down, and then
Help me out here.
have if we have the advanced concussion missiles, the Seeker concussion missiles, we could destroy them easy. Especially it's going to be easier to kill in the PC version if you're using the 1969 Buick. As you can see, we're clearly using here. I love the 1969 Buick. I wish I could fly this in every level of the game. It's actually better than the Naboo Starfighter sometimes. Only I think it's actually weaker than the Naboo Starfighter, because it's really just a different skin for the V-Wing. It's really just a different skin for the V-Wing. It doesn't really, change anything really. It pretty much performs the same way, really. Like it's a skin, pretty much. Like in Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, where every character in that game is pretty much just a skin, because they were lazy. Only this is the case for this one ship, because this ship is actually, made by someone else. Some guy that modded the game actually made this ship, so I give kudos to whoever did that. If you happen to be watching this video, kudos, but I highly doubt they're actually watching this game. So we could also destroy these skiing things, these things that look like they were rejected from Wave Race 64 or something like that, and have them fly over the water, as you see there. And yeah, we can just destroy them easy. They're actually not that strong. Well, our lasers, we just have red lasers this time, which, as we all know, red lasers are not as powerful as the green lasers. Because you can't make the scene if you don't have the green, and I guess we can't make the scene here because we don't have the green here. So we shoot and destroy that. Okay, now we're at the top now, and whoa. So these world devastators are actually quite easy to destroy. So you destroy that shielding on the top, the shield generating on the top, and then if you use rapid fire mode, you can just take them down, those support things down easy. And there's some TIE fighters, some more of those weird, bizarre TIE fighters. I'm not sure what you call those TIE fighters exactly. They seem to be far more advanced and far more sophisticated than the ones with in the ones in what's it called? Like we've seen throughout the course. It's the only level in the game we ever see these TIE fighters. It's also the only time we ever see these TIE fighters. Period. First picking them out of the sky. I think we picked them all out of the sky. There, we did it. We saved Mon Calamari, and Tammy Newborn is, Tammy Newborn's gone now. We defeated him again, and it'll only be a matter of time before he returns to, give more death threats, more annoying, pathetic, childish death threats to other worlds in Star Wars. And look at that, we got a gold medal for that. Yep, a gold medal. And also, I now have the same rank the KFC mascot has. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.